Holy moly, it seems worse than it looks. October of 24, driving without a valid license. One of the marijuana charges was attached to that. January of 25, driving without a valid license. February of 25, driving without a valid license. That's 3. Minor possession of alcohol in March. And a driving without a valid license, that's 4. Reckless driving, that's in March. Leaving the scene of a property damage accident, that's a different day in March. Driving without a valid license, March 26, 10 days after the other one, that's 5. Minor possession of alcohol on that day. Driving without a valid license, this one makes 6. 6, no ops. Couple of MIPs, a reckless driving. I don't even know what the prosecutor's going to do with this. Some are ordinance and some are state statute. What do you do, sir? Do you go to school? Do you work someplace?
No, I did have a job at it was like a chicken factory.
Okay.
I don't have any way to get there, so I stopped working for a minute.
Well, there's some jobs in Sturgis. This ain't gonna help. I don't know what you need to do to get your license, but now that you got 6 driving without a license in less than a year. In fact, you got 5 so far this year, and we're only through June 2nd. So as much as I'd like to just put you in jail and leave you there until next Thursday, I don't think I can do that. But if you drive again, I'm going to set your bond at about $10 million, and we'll sit there until we sort this out. And your mother needs to stop letting you drive a car. How old are you?
19.
You're making a bunch of terrible decisions at 18 and 19 that will be hung around your neck like a millstone for the next 20 years. It's going to be very hard for you to get through this and get a license, in which case you'll keep driving without a license and you'll be 78 and you'll never have got your license. So stop driving.
Yes, sir.
Appoint set an LPT for July 10, 25 with Judge Pattison. Do you know Judge Pattison?
Yeah, no, sir.
He won't be very happy about this. All right, we're going to get a lawyer for you. Do not drive a car. If you're not old enough to drink, you're not old enough to drive. You got a reckless in there, leaving the scene of an accident. It's all bad. So what's one more case on there? You go with a court officer, we'll appoint Ms. Ives. It's your obligation to be here next Thursday afternoon, July 10th at 2 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're good to go. All right, now I have some cases that have come back. Keith, this might be a time for you to check in with the prosecutor.
Sure.
I'm gonna do an allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code on a plea. And wow, sweet deal. Mr. Schultzow, would you come forward, please? Are you Cody Schurtzow?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
How do you say it?
Shetzo.
That's pretty close. You got a ticket in file 25442 SM with no insurance under the insurance code and driving on a valid license. That was on March 10th. Prosecutor has agreed to dismiss all of that. You got another ticket for driving without any insurance on April 14th and driving with a suspended license and violation of child restraint law. That's not good. They're going to dismiss all of that for one plea to allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code, which is pretty good. That is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $100 plus costs. Do you have valid insurance now? Do you have a license now?
My license is still suspended.
All right, how'd you get here?
What's that?
How'd you get to court?
Oh, I walk here. I live at them apartments right down the street.
Venture Boulevard? Okay. Let's make sure he didn't drive here. Cody Schultzow. One count of 257,326. That's called allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. It carries no points. It doesn't get abstracted to your driving record. Good morning. And it won't affect your ability to keep or try to get your license. Here's another one that they've done that on. So it's a sweet deal. All the other charges are being dismissed. So are you willing to plead to that charge?
Yes.
All right. It's a legal fiction. The other that you're allowing to violate the motor vehicle code is yourself. This thing's a mess. All right, I might as well go through it. Do you understand that if you do plead to these charges, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to represent yourself, or you'd have a right to hire an attorney of your own choosing, or you'd have a right to have me appoint one for you. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to, because you have a right not to testify, and if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you, and you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's look at this 699. Where were you going?
I was on my way back from the canoe spot here in town with my kids and girlfriend.
Where's the canoe spot? Oh, down there by the old mill? All right, it was hot?
Yeah, it wasn't
All
too
right,
bad.
and why were you driving?
I suppose I didn't want to walk with the kids and stuff.
All right, then you didn't put them in a seatbelt. Well, anyway, this is a sweet offer. All right, have a seat for a minute. They're checking the video to make sure that you didn't drive here. And if you did, we'll have a different course of action.
Okay, where do you want me to sit at?
Anywhere is fine. All right, Mr. Stickley, how'd you do on our other cases?
We're good, Your Honor. On Jorge Pages, they are going to totally dismiss it.
No.
And then on Patrick
All right,
Burnett,
let's take care of him first. Mr. Pages, would you come up? Who'd you talk to, Josh Robert?
yeah.
All right, Mr. Pages, file 251272 indicates he does have a Florida driver's license. Prosecutor isn't even gonna do a 257-326. They're just gonna dismiss it. So you're good to go. They haven't filed a formal dismissal yet, but I'd give you one if I had it. But the case is dismissed and you're free to go on about your business.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Where's your next stop?
We're over in Marshall right now, and then we take the 4th of July off.
Okay. All right, you're good to go.
Thank you.
Wants to do. Absolutely. Yeah, be well.
Thank you, sir.
Iacca City is awful hot. It's a good place to get bit by an alligator.
Good.
You good?
Thank you again.
Good. Okay.
I went to Iacca State Park and saw the biggest alligators I ever saw in my life.
Yeah, pretty big.
All right, now we're going to talk back to Patrick Burnett. Mr. Burnett does have insurance now.
That is correct.
They're gonna take a
They won't drop it.
no proof insurance. All right, Mr. Burnett, the prosecutor did what I suspected they would. They dismissed the misdemeanor charge for a plea to not having proof of insurance in your car at the time you were driving. So that carries a $150 fine, and it's due within 30 days. Do you acknowledge you didn't have proof of insurance that was valid at the time you were driving?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is a civil infraction. It's not a crime. It's like a speeding ticket or running a stop sign. So there's no criminal record, and I'm not going to ask that you get printed.
I mean, they should still have them on file from when I got my CPL last year, so.
All right. All right. Well, this is due 30 days from today would be August
3rd?
3rd, which is a Sunday. We'll make it due August 8th.
I shouldn't have any problem paying that. Thank you.
All right, sir. You're good to go. Okay.
Have a good day, Your Honor.
No, thank you. All right. I don't know how much money the county's collected this year on no proof of insurance. It's probably thousands of dollars. All right, now, I've got more customers than I've got files here. So let me repeat again. Terry Frost, Ricardo Hernandez, Jonathan Trahan. He called and he was gonna blow up the courthouse because he wasn't happy about having to come to court today, so I don't suspect we'll be seeing him.
So I can show up. It's not fun.
Called back and relayed set.
So I can blow up the courthouse in 2 weeks.
We have a resolution of Clifton Davis.
What?
We have a resolution of Clifton Davis.
All right. Good, except I think I just lost the file.
Well, it might be easy. They're gonna dismiss it.
All right. Or I think I had Clifton Davis in that file that you had there with you. Mr. Davis, would you come forward, please? Is he gone already? Clifton Davis?
Shouldn't be gone. Do you leave?
Sorry, well, let's see. Which case are you folks here on?
I'm on, trespassing.
What's your name?
Featherstone. Featherstone.
All right, Ryan Featherstone, you got a pretrial. Did you meet with anybody yet?
No, I did 60 days in jail for.
All right, have a seat for a sec. We'll come to this. Which case are you here on? What's your name? Anthony Montgomery is also a pretrial. What's your name, sir? Pedro Guzman, I've got his file. And you are, again?
Oh, Chester.
And you are?
Stacy Oswald.
Osborne's a pretrial. So, Mr. Osborne, you haven't had your pretrial yet?
No.
All right. All right, maybe I gave it to Keith and he gave it away. Would you take the 3 pretrial people out and we'll let the prosecutor know they're here? The prosecutor, you saw them pop in and out of here. They're doing the pretrials. And so they'll be meeting with you and they've probably been looking for you out in the hall while you've been in here. So, Mr. Featherstone, you two, and you all go out and we'll meet with the prosecutor for a pretrial. All right, Mr. Guzman, you've had yours, so would you come up to the podium, please? Oh, man. Laura, I think I did give away. What? All right, well, he's been dismissed, I guess. Laura, I set Mr. Schutzauer up there, and I wasn't done with that file yet. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't set them in there and then they get walked out. Anyway, you're Pedro Daniel Guzman.
Yes, sir.
You got a ticket for operating without a valid license on June 4th. You got another one of these back in 2020 and you never paid the fine. All right.
There's Clifton Davis. Sorry.
I wasn't. I shouldn't have put them up there. Prosecutor. Oh, I continued it for a pretrial, but the prosecutor dismissed it.
Yeah, Judge said he's gonna dismiss it. He's got his permit now.
Okay.
Like you said, on
Mr. Schotzau, we're trying to determine whether he drove here or not. All right, Mr. Guzman, even though you have a previous no-op that you didn't pay the ticket on, they've agreed to dismiss this for a plea to allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code. That is punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $100. Doesn't carry any points and it doesn't go on your driving record. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You heard me go through the advice of rights. You understand you're giving those rights up by entering this plea?
Yeah.
Find your case. Where were you going?
Going home from work that day.
Where do you work?
Jayco RV in Middlebury.
All right, let's take a look. 2020. You had a temporary permit with no licensed adult in the car back in 2020. Judge Pattison, charged with violation of a restricted license, gave you a fine with a payment plan. Then you stopped making payments. You made one payment. They sent you a letter back then saying, hey, you need to finish paying this. You owe $105, and then maybe some interest got entered. So how about if I just put you in jail and wipe out that fine? Would you rather pay the fine
Yes, Your Honor.
and blow it off? And here, 5 years later, you're still driving around without a valid license? Let's see what your status is now.
He does have a valid license now and insurance, right?
All right, very good. All right. We got over that hump. Your status at that time was expired. You failed to display a valid license, no ops in possession in 24. Apparently paid that one. So maybe you just didn't realize this other one had been not paid. All right. Do you have any money with you today?
Yes, sir.
What?
Yes, sir.
Can you pay that old fine today?
Yes.
I'll give you time to pay the new one, and they'll pay the old fine today. Good. You'll be all squared away, and you got a valid license.
All right, let's talk about that. This hearing felt like an extended tour through the tangled world of suspended licenses, old fines, and what Judge Middleton aptly called a mess. We started with a very young defendant, just 18 years old, who'd somehow racked up 6 separate incidents of driving without a license in under a year.